welcome back to my channel. Tonight's video is all about me disclosing the sex of the baby. We're pleased to announce then, even though it has been 6 weeks actually since we've known, but we're having a blue one. Yeah, we're delighted with the news actually, because between us, Paul and myself, we've already got 4 girls and 2 granddaughters, and are really chuffed with the thought of having a little boy. Since the last video then, we've been decorating the room. You can see the whale there behind me, and we've gone with this whole whale bay theme for mother care. So yeah, we've got the transfer there on the wall, and there are a few fishes around the room as well, and basically all the accessories are the whale bay. We've been really good because we've already got a 4-year-old daughter, and we were able to save quite a lot of money by recycling things, especially the larger items that we had with her. So say for example the cot, the push chair, the car seat, those were things that we were able to reuse again. So yeah, so this video is going to be all about showing you what I believe to be essential pieces then, in my experience, for a newborn baby, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so firstly what I'd like to do is show you the little booties that I showed you just now. They're from Gap. These were actually the first item that I purchased, along with a little cardigan, which I think is really nice, with the moss stitch knit around the border there, the collar, and at the top of the booties there. Baby's due in October, so I think these will be great for the time of year when he'll make an appearance, just to keep him warm through those winter months. Secondly, what I wanted to show you were a couple of outfits then that I've brought. So excited, just excuse me, because we're used to buying for little girls, and you know, frilly pants, frilly dresses, ribbons, bows, you name it, and it's been, you know, quite a nice challenge really, buying items for a little boy. Usually, you know, I'm always on one side of shops like H&M with all the girly bits, and can't wait to put my little girl in this, that and the other with the bows and the pinks and everything else, but I'm actually on the other side now, which is fantastic. Such a nice feeling, you know, because normally, I mean, I never normally look at boy type items, but yeah, I've seen boys' clothes in a whole new light, and I think you can accessorise them and everything else just as well as girls. So many people have said to me, oh, you're not going to be able to dress him up the way that you do with your little girl, you know, it's totally different. But I beg to differ, because I'm having great fun shopping for my little boy. So I think one of his staples will definitely be matching beanies with slouch pants. I really like that look, and you know, like Converse type shoes. I think, yeah, that'll be his kind of look, I think. But for his first little outfits then, I'll show you his first outfit. This one was from John Lewis's, and I'll just add that most of the items that I've brought have actually been in the sale. So the cardigan and the booties, the cardigan that I purchased was £5.99 from Gap, and the booties were only £2.99, so as you can see, very inexpensive. This little outfit comes as a 3-piece, so obviously it's the baby grow, the bib, the little elephant on there, and the hat, and that was, I believe, £5.99 in the sale as well from John Lewis. Right, got this little outfit here that says little star with the top there and the matching stripy bottoms. Anyway, this one comes with a little beanie hat as well, and that was from Next. All right, here's the little beanie hat. I've got another one here to go with this little outfit. and it says, I'm a little brother, which he will be, to 4 big sisters, which I'm sure are going to spoil him to bits. Okay, so as I mentioned, behind me here we've got the whale bay, which is the theme that we've kind of run with, and it is mother care. It's a mother care theme. So we've actually got the Moses basket now in that, and the cot sheets, if you can see them there. Got cot sheets there from mother care. We've got the whale bay, little changing mat that will go on the top of, we've got a cot changer that sits over the top of the cot, so this will go over the top of that. Certain things that I tried to do a little bit different this time, because with my previous pregnancy 4 years ago, a bit out of breath, I actually had SPD, which is synthesis pubic disorder, where towards the end of the pregnancy I had to wear a support band because the ligaments in my pelvis were really weak, and it caused a lot of problems with me walking and getting out of bed and things like that. So, and it continued to the point that I had to go for physio after, some months after, probably about 5 months after she was actually born. So this time round I've tried to put things in place that are gonna reduce the weakness then of my ligaments. I have started feeling the pains a lot earlier this time, but you know, I just trust God that it's not going to get any worse. So I've put certain things in place this time round that I think will be quite helpful. For example, like I said, the cot changer, which sits over the cot, so I'm not going to be bending so much. Also, we've brought a Cosi sleeper bed, which is called Next to Me, which is a Chico bed, which basically sits next to your bed. It's open one side, sits next to your bed, so I'll be able to easily access the baby, to take him in and out of his bed without having to get up myself and bend over the crib and that sort of thing. All things really that I'm looking at to try and reduce, like I said, the problems with my pelvis. The next thing then that I wanted to show you was the changer bag. As you can see, the colours behind me are kind of nautical blues and reds, and I've got a hint of yellow as well in my accessories around the room. But the bag that I purchased wasn't actually from Mother Care, it was from Tesco's, because I didn't see that Whale Bay do, I don't know, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Whale Bay, there's actually a changer bag in the Whale Bay range. So I decided to look online and I found one that I quite liked in Tesco's. This bag is called, it's a caboodle bag, and it's quite a big bag. I think I might even use it as well as my hospital bag. So it comes with quite a large changing mat, and a little clear bag then for, I guess, I don't know, dirty bibs, muslins, a baby bottle bag which is insulated so the milk will stay warm, and it's got, oops, I'll just put this down, it's got a long strap there that I can stick over the pushchair, and some pockets in here. The pushchair that we'll be using will be the Quinny, which is the pushchair that we had since previous baby. I looked after it really well, so I'm quite happy to use that one. I found it very versatile. I was able to go over rough terrain with it because of the big wheels at the back. Very easy to manoeuvre, and very lightweight as well, so I'm really happy to be able to use that again. Yeah, so that's the inside of the bag then. I don't know what that is in the bottom, it's just a bit of paper. But yeah, that's the inside of the bag. So as you can see, it's quite roomy. It's got a few compartments, it's got a zip compartment as well in there. and the colours are fantastic, very boyish, and in line with the theme. Another item then that I found quite useful with my previous baby was a swaddle. The babies that I've previously had have been quite small, and I was told that because they were so small, when I put them down to sleep, they in such a, you know, in a spacious cot, they would shake and cry like this. I don't know if any of you have experienced that. I can't remember the name of it begins with M syndrome. I can't remember the name of the condition, but they say that smaller babies tend to have it when they're born because of the vast space, and obviously being used to being inside you and quite quite warm and snug. Obviously the space of being in a big cot can be quite frightening, I guess, for them. But also there's this condition, I think it's called Monroe syndrome, something like that. But what I decided to do with my daughter was to snuggle her. And I remember years ago, my mum used to snuggle her babies. Basically, you put their arms down and you wrap them, and then they can't really move around, but they'll feel more secure. So we've moved on a lot since the blankets. We've got these snuggle wrap things here. So like I said, because my baby's going to be a winter baby, I think this will be ideal for him. I won't cover him with anything more than this, but it opens up like this. So he'll go in that pouch there. So yeah, put his arms down and he'll feel swaddled. He'll be swaddled in that. So I think that that's a really good, worthwhile purchase, especially, like I said, for the winter months. I don't know if I've already mentioned, but he's due in October. I will be breastfeeding, as I have breastfed all my babies. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this one for though, but this I found to be quite good. This is basically something that piece of fabric that I bought online, that I'll put round my neck, and basically it just makes me able to breastfeed more privately. So it just goes over my shoulder, and then I can breastfeed baby underneath here, which is quite good. And obviously, because it's light material, it's quite comfortable it'll be quite comfortable for him to be able to breathe and everything. And yeah, I'll feel a lot more confident feeding him, knowing that, you know, I'm covered up, as it were. So yeah, I brought this, like I said, online. This was actually from eBay, and it only cost me, I think it was about £3.99. So yeah, that was very inexpensive, and I think very much worthwhile if you want to be a little bit more discreet. In line with the breastfeeding then, another item that I think is quite useful, which I have used with all my children, are these. These are breast shells. I've purchased the Browns one purely because I'll be using Browns bottles when I do eventually decide to bottle feed. And I've heard that Browns are really good for colic and stuff like that. So these anyway are called breast shells. And I'll just open the box and show you. If you're anything like what I've been like, I produce quite a lot of milk when I'm breastfeeding, and rather than that milk be wasted into the breast pads, these are quite handy, these little breast shells. So basically your nipple goes in there and the milk collects inside here, and then you're able to pour it out into a bottle, so it's not wasted. So if you want to have a bath in the evening, you know, as long as baby will take bottle, it's a great way to be able to get dad to bond more with the baby from an early stage, because I mean, I don't know whether I'll be pumping quite early on. I have got a breast pump, which again is Browns, but yeah, I think the breast shells are really quite handy because it allows you to not really waste the milk, and yeah, somebody else can do the feed, so they're really useful. And I got this particular pack from TK Maxx, and they were £4.99, but you can get, I mean, I'm sure there's a wide range of different, well, there are a wide range of different breast shells that you can get. These ones don't seem to have a spout, but I know that ones that I've brought in the past, I think they may have been Tommy Tippy ones, did have a spout, which obviously makes it a lot easier to pour then into a bottle. The only thing is, don't bend it over or decide to do any headstands or anything like that, otherwise you'll be covered in your own milk. Okay. Something that I made then is a laundry bag for baby. Again, from my previous experience of being a mum with my other children, I've always done their laundry separate to the rest of the family, because you know, I like to use the baby washing powder, baby softener, that sort of thing, and I like my babies to smell like babies for a very long time, for as long as I possibly can. You see, I've tried to hold on to them for as long as I can. So what I decided to do, because I couldn't find one actually in the Whale Bay range in Mothercare, was to make my own laundry bag. So you can see I've got a stripy fabric here on the bottom, and I've got like a canvas that I've sewn on the top, and then I sort of appliqued a whale here and zigzag stitched around it, and just added a bit of the yellow there that's kind of still in line with the theme, and then just put drawstring through the top there, and that will be attached to the cot. So his laundry will be separate to ours, and it didn't take me long to make. I just did this in an evening. Yeah, so I think if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I posted a picture of this quite a while ago. There's one last thing that I wanted to show you, was the car seat. Okay, it's a Maxi Cosi car seat, and it is actually the one that I had for my daughter. I found a really good YouTube video actually, because I wasn't able to work out how to wash the car seat, but there are some really good YouTube videos out there that show you exactly how to strip the car seat and how to wash the covers off. They are a little bit tricky, I would say. So then what I decided to do was, just to bring it up to date a little bit, was to add this blue cover here. You can see it. Okay, so basically what I did is remove the old one, which was just a plain black one, and I thought I'd go for this nice blue colour, which again is in line with the theme. It'll go with the changer bag as well. So yeah, so he'll be in that for a little while, and then that will obviously just fit onto the Quinny pushchair. I think, oh, there's one more thing. Nappies. These I brought with my little girl when she was a newborn. These are really inexpensive. They cost me £2.65 I think, and they're the Aldi brand, and they're called Mamia. Really good nappies. We're able to hold in the wee and the poo, and yeah, I would strongly recommend them, because like I said, they're really inexpensive and they do the trick. I've brought probably about 4 packs of these, so I try and pick one up when I go down to Aldi. So yeah, strongly recommend them. I'm just hoping that they're going to do the same, do just as well on a little boy, because I know that where they wee and things are in different places, but hey, we'll see, won't we? And I think that really that sort of concludes everything that I wanted to show you today. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions that you would like to ask me, please feel free to make any comments in the box down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and until next time, bye bye.